Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today on Mr. Stephen Has a Dabble, I'm going to be getting my latex on. Hello there, yes, latex. At the end of last video we were trying to do latex into dry rubber, in tiny dry rubber, and then put that together and that would make big dry rubber, and then we put that in a thing and that would make plastic. That's what we were trying to get to, making plastic, so we could make the machines that we wanted to get to, and we were having a problem doing that. However, what I've done, it took me ages to work out the best way of doing this. I've got the tree fluid extractor here, and you can see that there is a load of latex in there already, and I've got this fluid latex thingy. So all we need to do here is get a bucket. I tried piping things in. It didn't quite work the way that I was expecting it to. So if I get a bucket and put it in here, that's going to give me a latex bucket. And then if I put that latex in there, you see it's starting to make things. So you don't even need to open the GUI. You can just do that. Oh, well, that one you need to open the GUI with. This one, we can just click on it and it'll just put the latex in the system. So there's not enough fluid in there to make another thing. So how do we get that to work? Well, we use a tree, which is ironic because we want to make trees using this system in the first place. So what we do is we grab a bit of tree, and we put a bit of tree down there, and this is going to start filling up. So the trick was here that it wasn't a growing tree that we needed to use. We just needed to use a block of wood. I don't know that it would work on planks or not. I would assume not. That's just an assumption on my part. Now, the latex that we put in here, look, it's made 26 tiny dry rubber. Dry rubber what? We're not told. And we need to make proper dry rubber from the tiny dry rubber. So we're going to put that into there. We're going to go into here and type in dry rubber. There we go. There's the recipe. And let's grab all the ones we can. We've got 3 there. And actually, if I search through the system, you can see I've got 3, and that's it. Oh yes, the reason why yeah, of course, because I had to check. See, we've made plastic out of these as well. So, if I go into here and put these in the redstone furnace, that's going to cook them, and that's going to turn them into 3 plastic. You see? Nice and simple, now that we know what we're doing. So, we're back on this hole. We need to plant trees. Plant, not plat. There we go. So we need this plant sower. That's what we were after. Let's just grab that. We've got all of the material for that now because we made it before. So we will grab that. That is a good thing. Now, we also need the plant recollector. And I don't think we have any gold gears. So as soon as it gets round to thermal foundation again, we'll pick up 2 gold gears. And we need 2 iron... well, we need at least 1 iron axe. Let me just check that again, because... yes, that's right. It was 2 iron axes. And an iron hoe. Iron hoe! And let's do that. And we've got all the stuff for that, because we made these machine casings and things before. And the other thing that we're going to want to have a look at some point is this... enriched material injector thing, which is going to get bone meal or fertilizer into the thing, but we can wait for that. The other thing I'm not sure of is upgrades for this, range upgrades. So let's have a look at range. These are the ones that we're after, these range add-ons. Now, I seem to remember doing, in the little tests that I was doing, that a tier 7 is good enough, but we were going to want 1 for each machine. And now we're out of plastic, so we need a bit more of that latex. Have we got a bit more latex yet? Not yet. Not enough for a bucket. But we've at least got one, which means we can start looking at the planter and how to do that. Now, the planter is going to be a little bit more difficult's the wrong word, but not quite as easy to fit. Oh, yes, that's the other thing. That's the other thing I should have shown you, because this is quite amazing. You know how we were struggling with endy pearls? That's not right. With and I say struggling in a very loose kind of way, because we weren't really struggling with them at all. We had 40, 50, 60 odd. Well, now we've got 262 of them. And do you know why? Do you know why we got that many? It's because our farm is starting to work properly. So if we have a look in here, there's nothing in the farmer, but it's obviously dropped ender pearls into there. And what you can see from here, look, is that it's planted more ender lilies on the ground, and it will keep doing that as it gets more ender lilies in its system until we are full of ender lilies. That's a great thing. That's a really good thing. Right, so we need to find somewhere for this tree farm, and I'm thinking, as much as it would be nice to be kind of right next to us, I think it may need to go here, actually. And this isn't as easy as you think. So let's just, if I place this down for a sec, and then I put that in it, this range add-on in it, then I press the show working area, you can actually see where it's going to come to. So there's quite a big area, but then we're doing trees. So yeah, but what it will tell us is that we need to come out. We need to come this far in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 6 in. So that's too little. Let's break that with a pickaxe. That should be okay. And I don't know where we were, so because I'm an idiot. Oh dear. Have you been an idiot all of your life? Join Mr. Stephen as he shows you that really you're nowhere near as bad as he is. Okay. Let's do all of this. I'm just getting rid of some area here because we're going to need to. First of all, we're going to need to make a tunnel underneath it. So. I'm guessing this is 15. Now, if this is 15, and that's a wild guess, then from here on in, we're going to need to go in. What's half of 14 would be? 8? No, 6. What? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 7 would be 15. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Would be for you, evil little thing. Oh god, there's more than one of them. Oh, I killed it there. That's cool. My lord. Right, now, right, yes, right. Now, the reason that we have to do that like this is because we need to tunnel down another one here. I don't want to do it in a hole now. Right, and then we need to put our planter in there. And then we'll put our range debris in there, and then we'll show the space. And you'll see that, okay, we're a bit off still. Oh, we're a lot off. It wasn't 15 at all. We are. 1, 2, we're 2 off that way, so we need to come 2 across, so that's here. And we're 2 off that way. I suppose we would be, wouldn't we? So that actually that's here. And I realise now I've put lots of holes all over the place, and that wasn't a good idea. Never mind. Okay, so let's fill those back up. And that one. Not like that. There we go. Now, sun's going down, so you'll have to just very quickly. I want to see if I can make this fit. Nearly there. I've just made a horrible mistake, and I've forgotten to give us any room for a path. It really is nearly night time as well. So let's do there. This is actually where we want to have the machine. Take that out. I don't know what happens if you break this and it's got the thing out, so I don't want to risk it just in case. But at the same time, you know, I don't know, you know. Right, how is that doing? Fantastic, that's away from this. It means I've got a bit of a room for a path, and I've got a room for a machine as well. We'll have to deal with this. We'll have to do that tomorrow. In the tomorrow box. Here we go, entering the tomorrow box. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what a tomorrow box is. Right, so we're going to need some points for this. And we've made 3 points already. We're going to start off by having 2. We are going to need... And this is where it starts to become difficult, because what we're going to need to do is fill up our planty thing with planty things. With saplings. And we're going to want spruce and oak. And let's go with some birch as well, but we don't need as much birch. So we'll need to do that. I want it to be daytime because I want to be able to get back outside and do some outsidey stuff as well. And before we get it all working, I want to also just set up the things to do stuff. That's a proper thing you need to do. Right, so if I do go from here. You know, I think just get rid of this stuff as well. Which seems like a bit of overkill, but just gives us a bit of space. It doesn't look quite as bad. There we go. How's that going? Alright, that looks okay. That looks like a good space. Let's get rid of these. Put some proper things down. Fantastic. Excelente. Okay, well, the other thing we're going to want to do is we're going to place our plant recollector. No. Is that outside? Yeah, that's outside the realm. Now, if we turn on the thing for the plant recollector, you'll see it's so much smaller. So if we make trees now, we're not going to make trees now. That, of course, is a problem. Now, in here, what do we need? We need energy. Energy is fine, and we need saplings. So let's put saplings in there. What do I want to do? Well, I want some oak, but I don't want as much oak as I want everything else. So let's have those 2 as oak, and we'll have the front as spruce. In fact, let's have that as oak, and then let's have these 2 at the back as birch. That makes sense. Well, it makes sense to me. And we're also going to have to do something else, which I didn't want to have to do just yet, but we're going to have to, I'm afraid. And what we'll do is we'll tunnel down underneath this, leaving we're going to leave a bit of space around here because we'll need to get a torch for that as well. We'll have some torches. Let's go and grab some torches once we can. Stick the stuff we don't need into the system. There we go. Torches. There we're at one there. Nice and easy. of course, the reason that we want torches is because we don't want the nasty things to come and get us. That is the most important thing ever. So we're going to have a hole here. Oh, God! Oh, for crying out loud. I've done the wrong thing. I pressed the wrong button. Now I'm in danger. I have no... My cleaver's over there. There we go. See, we don't want the nasty things to come and get us, because I do that. I'm totally unprepared for that. Just because you're not used to it, because you don't do that in normal Minecraft. I thought, oh, we'd seen one of them. We won't see another one. I'm an idiot. That's why. So we're going to go all the way around here, mostly so that we've got access to it. Because we'll need access to it, and I'm deliberately not putting a point on it right now, but we will need that. So what we're going to have to figure out here is how to get stuff out of it, wood out of it, and into the system. But we can do that in a bit. Torch there. And actually, why am I doing this? Because if I'm human, I need the space. If I need any help from other people and they need to come down here, they need the space. So we need a good amount of space underneath here to make this work. It's not a problem because we've got the space. So let's do that. Put one down there as well. Just make sure that the tunnel's lit up. I can't quite see whether it's lit up properly or not, but actually, what I could do is turn back into a human, and you see it'll change all the dynamics of it. And then when I go down the hole, which is easier said than done because I can't fly anymore, you can see that it's all nicely lit up now. Okay, so now I can do the flying thing. Great. I need a trapdoor and I need some ladder for that. So let's again down here. That. Actually, that can go now. Trapdoor. There we go. Ladder. I don't know. We've got very many of. Ladder. We got 6 ladders. That's good. We don't need 6 ladders. That's plenty of ladder. And some things, yes, of course. We need a box there, don't we? Because that's where that's going to come from. So that's fine. That goes on this one, and that goes like that. So it's not too bad there, right? And that means we can manage everything that's in there as well. So that's a blessed relief. Right, so first things first, then we need to extend the range of the plant recollector, otherwise that's not going to work. And we need some way of getting that sludge out. I will figure that out in a moment. So, range was the first thing we were doing. We did a... That was it, wasn't it? Now, I gave this some stuff to do. Have we got more latex? We've got more latex in the bucket, that's good. Put the latex bucket in there, see how that's doing. We only need 6 of these. In fact, that's it, isn't it? That's all we need to start off with. Let's just grab that. Oh yeah, no, I forgot about that, didn't I? Or is that right? No, that is right. We only need one of them at the moment. Yes, look at that. Fantastic. Now I'm going to get some more wood. Stick that bucket in there. Make sure that's placed there. We can put this like so. And there we go. You'll see the range for both of these is exactly the same. Now, we've got a couple of problems here. Namely, the wax block. Which it's fine for there to be wax blocks in the world, but not here because we're going to be trying to make that. And the other thing, just want more of those, is this one here because it will grow over the top. So you place a thing absolutely over the top there. It's not the only thing that's over the top there. You stupid. Never mind. We're going to place one of these on here as well. And we're going to go power out and true. So that's got power now. We'll figure out what to do there because this thing has this sludge tank here and these fluid containers here. So if you put a fluid container in, it comes out in of there. But I don't know if we can pump out sludge from the tank. I'm not sure. We will have a look because that might be important. Oh, the sun's going down. The sun is going down. So now that's done, let's put this on, and I'm going to turn this off because we don't want those lines all around. And same here. I'm going to turn that off, and then I can go back, and we'll come back and have a look at that in just a moment. After it's not night time anymore. Now, that's going to be the end of the video, pretty much. I'm just going to go and have a quick lie down because we need to see if it's done anything, don't we? There we go. Has that started to plant anything? No. Okay. What's going wrong? Oh, I haven't turned it on. And I can hear it going already, so we must have done that. And there you go, it has started to build. In fact, it's put too many trees in the wrong place. You just have a quick look at the... No, that was my fault. I completely missed all of that stuff. Okay, so we're going to have to do... We've already got a tree there, look. Alright, okay, it's made a tree. It's on the line, but this thing hasn't collected it yet. So how... It's because it's full of sludge, and maybe that's... Oh, it has collected some stuff, look. Oh, but it's made this sludge very quickly, so we have to see if we can find a way of. Don't know what I'm talking about. Of exporting that sludge, because that's not good. But there we go. Trees are good. And there we go. We've got a tree farm. It's a pretty big tree farm, and it's collecting some stuff, but it's not collecting all the stuff yet. So we need to figure out why that is and what we can do about it. Well, first things first, we need another ender chest, which I say with some trepidation, because we want to get this into the system once it's done. I'll tell you what I can do. Any sort of saplings that it's missing, you can put those in there, and it will plant them. So that's the planter from what's it called? Industrial Foregoing. It's called. And you see, there you go. Look, it's taking trees down. And you see, it's got some of that in there as well. We've got some of that there too. Right, we've got a few jobs that we need to do then. Because we're going to need to take some of that stuff out of the inventory. Some of it needs to go back into the planter, and some of it needs to go into the system. But until then, until we do that, I think I've just ruined my crops by jumping around. That's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, please give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget, that's this big thumb here. And we won't tell you where to put it up. That's up to you. If you haven't, then please go away and never mention this ever again. I think I say that at the end of every video. I shouldn't at all. If you're new here, then please subscribe and click on the little bell icon, and you'll get told whenever we release a new video, which is quite a lot, actually. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and until next time, folks, keep crafting.